An Asbo car. So if you want a clue as to what I brought, this is the line for the parking space. This is the back of the car. That's the line for a parking space. I've got a reputation to uphold now. Yep, this is what I brought. This is my E92 BMW 325i, and it is a Autovode. So Autovode are a company they were a company that was based in Staffordshire, which basically they took BMWs and other prestige cars and they put styling kits on. So you get the front bumper, you get the side skirts, you get the rear bumper as well. You did get some Autovode wheels, but these are not Autovode wheels. These are 19s. I don't know what they are. Quite like them though. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe the previous owner had an OnlyFans. And then if we come round the back and we come under here and get some carbon monoxide poisoning, you'll see those there. Oh, that is definitely carbon monoxide. Straight pipes, cats, but straight pipes at the back, no back boxes. We'll get rid of the cats at some point though. And that's the BMW badge. Then if we come and have a look inside, I've got carbon, well, it's not carbon fibre, it's pretend carbon fibre, but yeah, carbon fibre there, carbon fibre all along the dash. Yes, I am in the BMW squad. I've also got that come free with it as well. And then all the dash lights have all been done in blue to match the exterior. We've got the M Sporty style knob. And these here, I've been told these are M3 seats with what have been fitted in it, so that's great. Full leather in the back as well, carbon fibre down there, carbon fibre on the door cards. And then if we open that's the cover there for the OBT thing report. So yeah, we open that up. So you'll notice it's lowered. Autovode lower the cars, but they do them on lowering springs. This car, the previous owner used to have it on airbags, and obviously he was selling it and he didn't want to set the airbags, so he's put coilovers on it. So I got coilovers for free-ish. Yeah, look, another badge. So this here, when I looked at the photos, I thought this was painted, but this is wrapped, and it's coming off because of heat. But yeah, coilovers with adjustable camber. More BMW squad, and I've got a strut brace. Never had a strut brace before. So yeah, elephant in the room. This is the 325. This is a 2.5. Why didn't you get a 335? Well, it's Autovode. They got bust. You can't get them anymore. And I brought it for the kit. I don't need the most powerful car, but it's nice to have a bit more power. What you can do is you can get, this is a two-stage, that's one. This is a two-stage manifold. It's got two Vanos things on it. You get a three-stage, which comes on like the 330s upwards, and it's got an extra stage, an extra Vanos. It's basically plug and play. You can fit it straight on there, and the connectors are already there because, well, R&D costs, BMW just put the same wiring loom and everything. And then all you need to do is you get it wrapped, remapped, and then you get yourself 40 brake horsepower. So we go from like 220 up to about 260. And then you could also put some headers on it, get rid of the cats. So I could probably get it up to, you know, maybe 280 brake off an NA engine with a tune and the inlet manifold and some headers. So, you know, under £1,000. Yeah. Never gonna get fed up with that sound. Yep, it's got its quirks though. That there is telling me that the fog lights are not plugged in. And if we come round the front, you'll see the reason for that is it's not got any. But like I was saying, it's got its quirks. The halos work, but this headlight on this side, that doesn't work. but I have a feeling that it's probably a bulb, and that's like 50 quid, so hopefully that's the problem. Also, there's a bit of a fitment issue here. As I said, the previous owner, he told me that this car was on airbags, and basically the reason he told me the car was on airbags, he said he put new fenders on because these are plastic fenders, and he slammed it on the airbags and it cracked the fenders, so it's had new front wigs on. So obviously I believe the fitment issue might be because he's replaced the wigs and he's just not done it properly. So yeah, I will look into that at some point. And then the other issue, this is electric window switch, so yeah, that doesn't do anything. That's the mirrors, and that doesn't do anything either. But if we come round here, that one clearly works. So I don't think it's fused because I think they've probably all been on the same fuse. Yeah, there's a little quirk here as well. That needs clipping back in. But anyway, that there, when you open and close the door on these, it kind of slots the window up in there, so it's got a sensor in the door. So if you watch the glass, and what that tells me is that the motor's working. So I think that there's no power getting to that switch whatsoever, or it's kafookered. Cool thing as well, this here's got something what quite a lot of BMWs don't have. Right, if you push this, that little thing flashes there, right, and if you push it that way, it flashes over there. You see it flashing, and then what happens is that makes a light flash on there. This one's cool as well, like it's like a LED moving one. You don't get that on BMWs normally, and it does it there as well, look. And also it does it there. These lights as well, they look like they've been smoked. So yeah, that's really cool because you don't normally get that on a BMW, do you? Yeah, don't know how you make it stop. No, not that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so I'll just put that back where I found it. Cool. Right. Yeah, I'm an Asbo. Let's go fix it. But before we do that, I'll just put my window, not that one. Yep, that one down a bit. Because it's getting a bit warm in here. Also got two keys. One to lock it, and another one to unlock it. So this headlight, yeah, there's a thing there for that. There's an inspection panel here. There's two little tabs there which you can use a flat blade screwdriver, or if you don't have a flat blade screwdriver or you can't remember where you put it, you can use an hinge. Don't ask. You pop these little tabs out, and then that pops out, and what that allows you to do is access the back of this light here, but you want to get the back of that light, and you can't do that there. But then if you come around the back, there's a panel what's got some torque screws in here. You can get to one of them here. The other four you can't get to because this is the arch liner. So what that means is you have to come in under here inside the arch, take this arch liner out, which there's some 8mm round here which don't appear to be round here, some 8mm up there which might be up there, some more 8mm what somewhere over there. Yep, it's dark in here, you can't see what you're doing, the wheel's in the way. You can jack it up, take the wheel off, but that's ball ache. And when you take that off, There's a panel what's got 5 T20, probably T20, because that's what the internet says, screws on, which you then take off, which then gives you access to the bulb. What you can do is you can pay Alfred's £18 to change a bulb. Now normally I wouldn't pay Alfred's £18 to change a bulb, but this time I considered it worth it. But they considered it wasn't worth it, so here I am. So we'll just put that back where we found it then, shall we? Yeah, that goes in there, apparently. It's bigger than it was when it come out, which is a problem. Yeah, I'll get back to that. Found one, and it's already loose. Yeah. Don't even know if that is an 8mm. Right, what we've got is a box. That's so I don't lose it. So, yeah, there's supposed to be one up there. There wasn't. There was one there. And then what I found is there's one there. And then there's one down the bottom there, and then all the ones what go up and down here, they're not there. So this bottom 8mm, it's a 10mm. Yeah, that's still tight. And it's a nut as well instead of a bolt. Yeah. Well, that's out. It shouldn't be connected at the top, I don't think. No. Right, so where are we stuck now? Yeah. Because these are, yeah, there's the hole. That's not going in. Yeah, there's note in those. I think it's underneath somewhere. Oh, it's fixed to the front under tray there. Right, perfect. So somewhere under here, can't remember where it's got now. There it is. We'll fix to that under tray there. This is a lady person's job because you can do it laying down because there's no choice in that. Right, now we're out. Yes, another reason I brought this car is if I park it here, that will die. So what else you need is you need a 50 quid bulb and a £7 T20, which is hopefully the right one. So before we take this plastic bit off the back, so we can take it back if we don't need it, let's check. Yep, that fits. So we'll just get the security thing off the £7 thing, what's in a blooming lock cabinet anyway. So in there, where you can't see, there's apparently 5 T20s to take off this panel here. Well, I found one. Well, it's out. One of them. Got 4 more. So we got a pipe down here, or wire, not sure, clipped in here. Got to unclip that because that's in the way of that. Right, not sure if you're going to see this, but there is literally one right up there somewhere, which just follow the socket because I can't see it. So that's out. It might not be going back in because it's somewhere down in the gravel there. The other two, we're in the top now, and might be able to get from above. Well, I'm probably going to have to get from above. So there's one there, and yeah, one there. Let's get them out. Not lose this one. And then the final one is here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a ratchet on that because I can't get to it. No, I am tightening that. It's not what I want to be doing. Oh, that's broken loose, foot loose. Well, I counted 5. So I'm going to say that's ready to come out. Not sure that's supposed to happen. Oh, there she is. Just don't know where that's gone or what it was. Probably have to find that. Do not get bored of that sound. Oh look, I've got a light to tell me I haven't got a light. There's a surprise. Well, hopefully be able to find where that's gone and what it is. Wherever it is, it's down there somewhere. Okay, I don't know where it is. I still can't find it, but I know what it is. It's a little metal clip that goes on there, which holds that pipe there, which is for the washer jets. It'll just wobble about like that. It won't fall off. And it'll be behind the arch line anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna, at the moment, so I can't find that. And if I do find it before I put that back on, then I'll put it in. If I don't, it's gonna die down there somewhere. So just got to pull that little connector off and then work out how that's coming out, which yeah, one of them. I'm going to do that 2 hands, and then we'll put the other one in, and then we'll see if it works. Well, that's what we took out. I don't know if it looks bad or not. It doesn't look bad, but you never know. So here's a replacement, a D1S, and you shouldn't touch the lamps. So what Alphas do is they put it in facing up that way. So I'm just going to dissect the box so I can get it out from the other end. Well, there she is in all the glory with a dog muzzle thing on it. There we go. So she's back in, that clip's on. This clip's going on. Yeah, you're in. Why you're not clipping in, does it matter? There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely on. Right, so let's connect that up. And moment of truth. So that's on. Let's pray to the car gods. Yeah. Yes. Gotta see if the main thing works. I don't know if that works because it's daytime, but I'll see the video when I edit it. Yeah. Yeah. That's out. So, one thing fixed. Just gotta put all that shit and that shit back in there and find that metal thing and then put that shit back in there as well. Well, there you go. That's that panel back on. I'm gonna be honest, I've done half a job. I put 4 of the 5 screws in because there's one right at the top there which is up and behind something there, and for life of me I can't get the bloody thing in from either below or from behind above, so it's not going to fall off with 4 in. So this here, this bolt's in the right place, but obviously it's about there, so it pivots on that point, so this is bending in rather than bending out, and that's because that needs to go in. And what there is a bolt that goes through there, holds that in place, and don't know if you can see it. What's happened is somebody tried to put it in and it's gone at an angle and got stuck between something, and then they've just give up. Yeah, so what I'd do is take this one out, which is proving a little tricky. Now hopefully the other one will come out, and put the other one in properly. Hopefully there's a reason why hopefully there's not a reason why it wasn't in properly, and then put this one back in and hopefully it'll line up. It says I'm sure somebody's put thread lock on this. So it appears it's kind of wedged between that and something else in there bracket wise, so you have to loosen that off. I should be able to lift that up hopefully and unwedge it. It says. So yeah, that was a culprit. It's supposed to go up like that, and it was like that between the two and stuck. But there's a reason for that, and that is, yeah, that's been broke, and that's also been broke, so somebody's bodged it. So it's slightly better, but it's not perfect. The reason it's not perfect is there's a hole in this top of this bumper here, which is half a hole because it's broken, and there's nothing there because there should be a tab there. Because what you got here is you got on the fender there's a metal bracket tab with a threaded bolt in it, and then on the from the car I believe underneath there's another one, and what happens is you basically bolt the bracket from the car into the fender bracket, and it goes through the tab from here, except there isn't a tab here, it's broken off. And then what you got here is a hole which you basically put the bolt through, which bolts it to the fender. Well, the hole's after it's missing, so it can slide out. So what they've done is they've put some kind of wood screw in there at an angle and a bit of foam and bodged that, and then here they've put a metal plate on the bottom there and then through, and then a washer, and that metal plate is basically naturally pushing that slightly out. What I need to do is basically take the whole bumper off and make a new piece of fiberglass on there and then put the holes in it, but that's not happening today. So for now I've removed wherever that shit was they did there, and I've put that in as best as I can. Obviously it's not perfect, sticks out a little bit, but it's as good as it's getting. So now that can go back in. So to get the fucker liner back in, you got to put it at a kind of angle and walk it in underneath, and then sort of position it, and then try and remember which bolts actually were in it. Well, arch liner's back in, headlight works, on to the next one. So next challenge, these buttons, these buttons here for this window don't work, that window don't work, but come over here, that window works on its own button. So yeah, these buttons ain't working. These buttons here, they're for the mirrors, they're not working either, which to me says that this whole control panel here, switch panel, isn't getting any power. Now, you notice all the carbon fibre wrap it's on here and the door card. Well, obviously to do the door card, you'd have to take the door card off. And on this door card, you've got a plug going into that. You've obviously got a plug going into the mirror, plugs going to the speakers, so a plug going in there so it knows when the door's open and closed, and I believe there's a light in the bottom with another plug in. I'm hoping that somebody forgot to plug that back in. And the reason I say that is I know it's not the motor, because with these, when you open and close the door, just do that, look. That's working, so the motor's working. It is the switch that's not working. So I've done some research on the old interweb, and to get this door card off, what you've got is a load of Torx screws that are in here behind this bit of trim, which you have a trim tool. Pull that off there, take all the Torx screws out, and then there's a load of clips all around the door, and then it should come off. Hopefully don't pull any of the connectors out, and then hopefully that's not plugged in. Like I've done it before, but I haven't. So we've got somewhere, there's some Torx screws, I reckon they're in here, and apparently they, can't get to that, apparently they're T10, T20s even, which is the same as what was used on the headlights. So hopefully that is right, and I can get this off. Yeah, another little thing I've noticed actually is these mirrors, listen to that. They keep clicking both sides when the car's unlocked. Once I lock the car and I leave it for about 5 minutes, they stop. But they're clicking all the time that the car is unlocked, even when I'm driving it. And I don't know why that is. Let me know in the comments if you know. Well, I'm pleased to say these are tight, but they are a T20. Well, I got the one out down there, that was awkward. That one came out quite easy, so I've got two there. And then these two in here, well, these got these little tubes to guide you, and well, they don't help. I mean, I managed to get them, they broke free, and I loosened as much as I can, but they're not coming out. But I think they're probably out the threads. It's just this is a bit too fat to go in there. So I'm going to unclip the rest of the door, and hopefully they'll just pull out with it. If not, then I'll have to put that in and try and wind it out. So yeah, that's all unclipped at the bottom. And down here, up here, don't know if it's clipped on there or hanging on there, we'll find out. Unclipped here, but it's still clipped here, so I've got to try and, I suppose, unclip it of some description. So I'm going to do that. We'll get that out, and then we'll get it off. So it turns out you pull it from above here, so you just got to pull that bit out. Not going to do that holding the camera because it'll fall on the floor. We're unclipped. So, oh shit. Right, that goes somewhere. Okay, yeah, I know where that goes. That's that's the little button that goes up there. We just must remember there's a cable there which we don't want to pull out. All I want to do is reach down there, which I'm probably not going to be able to show you because the switch panel's about here. So yeah, under here there's a connector, and yeah, so that's plugged in. So that's annoying because that's not the problem then. That's not the problem. Right, that means the multimeter's coming out. Well, there it is, it's plugged in. I'll unplug the speaker so I can pull that over there. And yeah, don't know why it's not working. Also, don't know how you get that connector off. So it turns out you can, once you've got this trim off, you can kind of get your hand under there, push that up and pry that out. It comes off this end first because this little tab here slides under there, so you have to get this end up and then that will come out. So didn't need to take the door card off, so I'm going to try and work out how to get that off. I think this little thing swings out, but it was a bit hard to try and work that out while the wires were holding the door card and I didn't want to drop it. Take that off and then I'm going to test for power. So what you've got to do with this little geezer is you've got to press that in and try and pull that back at the same time, and then that will release it. So I need to get a multimeter on that. So ignore the bing bong, that's because the door is open. But I've put the ignition on, not the engine, and without that plugged in, they're not clicking anymore. Which to me suggests that there is probably some kind of short in there, and it's trying to do something with the mirrors all the time, which is stopping them working. Yeah, so I connected it back up, that's bonging again, but they're clicking.